Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And bringing them out is the rare southpaw in his fourth year, coming off his best season as a pro, Tua Tagovailoa.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Tua to throw right away. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Tua now on first down. Able to hit, and the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Two counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to go down again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively and have to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they got to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. Oh, able to avoid him. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Now leading him out, a motivated rookie out of Kentucky. Fell to the early portion of the second round of the draft. It's Will Levis.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. Best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now a second and 10. Levis. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely. And you weren't getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
No score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. 2 yards to go, second down. As they've got it as we resume action. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Levis from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Deebo Samuel from 8 yards out. And the Saints post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, before we get to our next drive, oh my goodness, folks, the big one is coming. No, not the Super Bowl, but the $1 million Madden Bowl, the crown jewel of the Madden Championship Series. Our friend RG says you're not going to want to miss this one. It streams live January 30th, 31st, up through the final on February 1. Tune into the EA Madden NFL Twitch channel, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 on the West Coast, as we find out who is this year's best of the best. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Cooper here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Cordell Patterson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cordell Patterson, 39 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. A long run to Scamper. And a very nice scamper. Into the end zone for the touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So we've hit intermission. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Taking it right down Broadway. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Saints. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. Boom. We got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Take it at the 37. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he will find his man Samuel. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now Moody for the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Henry To'oTo'o got in there behind the line of scrimmage that time. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Tua going to throw.
Short throw complete to Gronkowski.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 23.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Play action now. Levis. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Romeo Doubs.
A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air.
And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes this 35-0 now. Back now here live in New Orleans. For the 4th quarter, will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Henry toe there to bring him down defensively.
Guys in his time in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. That's a good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Warren will try the right side. Down the sideline he goes. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Catch is made by Hardman. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it.
Kicker Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints. Such an electric play. So much fun to watch. And you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game. Return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their electrifying signal caller, the former Virginia Tech Hokie, Michael Vick.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw right away is Vick. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Vick.
His throw incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. The throw on 2nd down from Vick, incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
He's going to go takes this one down just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run with Sanders. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal, it'll feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Vick. And it'll be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. And they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in the 2001 draft. He's been around a while. The lefty, Michael Vick.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaiah McKenzie, 65 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly and add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively. And, Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more.
Vick loses the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigskin at the 7-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks. And remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and telling everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Connor is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
And you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field, and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score turn on his head. That drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them, and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Vic to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off on a great one, Darrelle Revis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. So here's Vic following the interception. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic incomplete. It was knocked away.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Vic in trouble, and down he goes. Samson Abuka. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a second down throw for Vick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled? Here's the Raiders punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable here from the 38. And he's loose again. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 62-yard punt return. And the Saints had 6 to their lead. Well, what a game for him. He hits for the return cycle, so to speak. He had the kick return. Now the harder part, just got the punt return for a touchdown. And I would imagine that the special teams coach, as the ball left the punter's foot, he was thinking, should have kicked away from him. Should have kicked away from him. He's in a groove, and sometimes you hit those grooves or those zones in a game, and he's in one now. He's in perfect sync with his teammates blocking, and he knows how to find the end zone.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Michael Vick. To Jefferson on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Vick will look to throw on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Samson Abuka getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Vick readies to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg Olsen, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, They came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So out come the Raiders.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the gun, Vick. And that's complete to Adams.
And Devontae's going to have a Raiders first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. First down, Vick. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
Vick now from the 50. Forced out to his left.
Vick loses the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd and 5.
Patterson running between the tackles. And some space here. Oh, good move. Cordell Patterson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
An extra point try now for Moody.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Breaks through the contact.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raiders offense ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Vic operating on first down. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. But my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
On first and 10 is Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah,